what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away.
What up? It's your boy Dino, Dnn News. And I'm going into news that is important to both you and me. Mostly me. I'm not gonna lie. It's, as of right now, I'm gonna go over some gaming news. As usual, I stream stuff that I would probably do by myself. And right now, I'm gonna look into some gaming news, as is important to me because I do Game Pass gaming. So let's look into it. What do we have here? I'm looking for Game Pass games that are coming soon. And that is important to the channel because that means these are games that I can be playing on stream soon. So it says here, Star Wars Outlaws. Hold on. One second. Alright, there's my dramatic music. Let's get into this. Star Wars Outlaws and Resident Evil Village are amongst the major titles coming to Xbox Game Pass January 13th to 20th. That looks pretty good. What do we have here? They'll be available on Series X and S, PC, and Cloud. So, Outlaws is available right now. I could be playing that if I want to. I'm not sure, I haven't looked into it too much as to whether or not it's a good game. It's gotta be though, right? It's Star Wars. And Resident Evil Village is something that's been out a while, but I have not played it. I'm thinking about doing a run for that. I think it would be a good idea to try it. I do love Resident Evil. I actually have Resident Evil 2 remake that I still haven't really... I don't remember if I played it or not all the way through. I might have. One time. But I have not done it on stream. I have Resident Evil 7. And I think one of my better life games from Resident Evil is Resident Evil 4. I did do that one on stream. I might play it again on stream just for fun. I like it a lot. Because it had cheats on it and stuff. Well, anyway. What else? So we got here other notable additions. Final Fantasy. It's the Pixel remake. I think it's the Pixel one, if I'm not mistaken. But there is a Final Fantasy 1 game on there. I've never played it. It's not top priority for me. There's this other game, Neo. Memories in Orbit. That's gonna be on the 20th of this month. That's another maybe. I saw some gameplay on it. I guess I could show you. Let me show you a little bit of that one. The trailer. Hold on. It's like a little... I don't remember if it's like a Metroidvania kind of game. It might be. Last year, evolving powers to conquer its corridors. Unlock game-changing abilities. I don't know, it looks like a Metroidvania. It might be something I don't know, really thinking about it. I'm not very big on Metroidvania, so they are kind of fun. I did play Hollow Knight, but I did not play Silksong because I'm not too good at these kind of games. But they definitely are cool. Your energy drains with every move. That was a pretty short clip. Are you ready? Neo, Memories in Orbit. It's coming out on Steam, PC, Xbox, PS5, Switch, pretty much everything. If you're into Metroidvanias, yeah, that's coming out soon. Not quite sure if it's something that I'll play. More than likely not, because I'm not very good at this. Okay, let's get back into the news about the games. My Little Pony just came out tomorrow? Zephyr Heights Mystery? That's not something I'm gonna play, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people out there might like that kind of stuff, but yeah, that's not on my radar. Let's see here. They say Atom Ball's coming to the premium tier, down from the ultimate. Some of these games are Lost in Random. Let's look that one up. I don't know what that game is. Hey Doug, what's up? How are you doing? Good morning. Lost in Random. Okay, this is an older game, but I don't mind playing older games if it's something fun.
Once upon a time.
Not much. You just looking around? Awesome. Well, good morning, Tia. I'm just looking through games I'm gonna be playing soon, or have the option to play, and I'm gonna be looking at some news and stuff in a minute. Hey JT, how are you doing? Thank you. You got some coffee? I just had a cup. I had a cup of Joe and some eggs a while ago. Decided to stream. We're looking at games.
There were two devoted
And here in a little bit, I might do some actual news.
sisters named Even and Odd. Cruelly separated by an evil queen. And the roll of a dice.
I'm coming!
Together with this little fella. Even was
Whoa, this kind of looks like claymation a little bit in a way. I think this is available for me to play right now.
determined to rescue her beloved sister.
Come on, Dicey!
In this strange and fascinating world of random, adventure and combat go hand in hand. And many peculiar characters await. Some will
He's over here gooning on her. Look at him.
You mean this one? And some won't.
That's against the rules. Oh, sure. A little girl with a dice.
Those coins can be traded for cards.
Cards, I got cards here, the greatest cards in the land.
Ooh, cards contain new attacks, abilities, and more. All of which
I'm not gonna lie, this game looks a little bit better than that Metroidvania game to me. I'm not much of a Metroidvania kind of person. Although it did look good to me, it's just I'm not very good at them.
come in handy during dice battle.
Ready, Dicey?
Even uses her slingshot to attack deadly foes. This can knock off energy cubes used to feed her strange companion Dicey. And once fully charged, Even can roll Dicey and freeze time itself. Let's see how she uses it.
This is definitely interesting looking.
Well done, Even. Nice.
This game right here will be like a backup game or something. I wouldn't be like itching to play it or anything. But it's close. It's close.
Ooh, that was a good one. Even's quest will take her across all 6 realms of random. Even must roll the dice and play the odds. but just a chance at saving her sister.
Random rules. Long may she reign.
My child, you're safe now.
Yeah, no, this is pretty close to being something I would play, but it's not. What else we have here? I'd be more likely to play the Final Fantasy than to play that. Neo looks like a good Metroidvania. It's coming soon. I might fiddle with it, but I don't think I would do a full playthrough on that one. That's something you would like, JT. You like the Metroidvanias. Let's see, Lost in Random, Rematch. What's Rematch? Oh, it's like a sports game. Oh no, I'm not very much of a soccer fan. It's kind of fun. I mean, as far as soccer goes. It's kind of like a low graphics kind of thing, but it makes up for it in gameplay. Oh, yeah. Kinda, I'm in the market. I just got there doing Little Nightmares 2, and I'm done with that one. So, I'm looking for games that are available. It's kind of like news. It's news related, because it's gaming news. But it's also pertinent to me because I'm looking for games to play, and it's pretty cool to just check out what's out there. And if I find something cool that I'd like to play, then that's good news too. Here in a little bit, I'll do regular news. But yeah. Rematch, Warhammer. I've heard a lot about Warhammer. I've never tried them. Maybe one day. That did just come out. Master Crafted Edition? That must be like a remake or something. Okay, there's been a lot of talk about Fable coming out. And I might try that one. People are really amped up about Fable. I don't know what the hell F1 is. Subnautica 2, I have the first one, never tried it. That's a game about going underwater and whatnot. You get your scuba gear and you're down there. Persona 4 Revival. Let me look at that up. Not sure what that is. Teaser trailer. Let's check it out. Okay, and this is early development. I wonder what kind of game this is. That's it? Just shows a guy running for a little bit? Okay. Okay. I guess that's that. That wasn't much of a reveal. Gears of War EJ. That's the new one's coming out. I'm behind on a lot of these games. Gears of War was a good title though. And there's actually a few of those games I could play right now, the older ones. Yeah, it's kind of like flipping through channels. I'm looking for content on the actual webpage. And I'm checking out the games that is telling me that it's good or coming out. It looks like that's about all that's covered in this little clip right here that it gave me. Let's look up the day one games. This is Halo Combat Evolved. I think that's gonna be, yeah, Ultimate Tier. Halo is a big deal. And whenever the new one comes out, I'll probably be playing it. If anything, I might be playing some of the older ones too. Get my feet wet, you know? Get back into the spirit of things. There's also a multiplayer Halo game I've been meaning to try, and I think it's on here. So yeah, this is coming out. Oasis. That looks like little Pokemons. I wonder if I can watch. Yeah, I can do this all right here. Looks like little Pokemons with swords. Oh, you hear that bass drop? Oh, thanks, Doug. I hope I find one too. I always have something to play though, regardless. Always have something to play. There's tons of games. I do have a backlog of stuff I want to play. I'm thinking about doing RoboCop or Indiana Jones next, if you like those kind of games. Everybody's a fan of RoboCop and Indiana Jones. And they look like great games, and they might be something I do pretty soon. That was definitely neat. Here's some screenshots. The hell is this thing? Looks like my internet's running slow. That definitely looks like a pretty cool game. That's pretty cute. Oasis. That's neat. It says it's locked. Let's enter a bogus date of birth, like always. 3/3/2000. Let's just put 2004. It's looking pretty good. Look at that. Tell me that doesn't look badass. Oh, yeah, I could see the definite increase in quality. Sipping on some water. Isn't that called the needler? There's a weapon. I think this is called the needler, and it shoots out crap load of those needles. It is definitely a good looking game now. I don't even remember how the old ones looked. But this is definitely up my alley right here. Oh, classic Halo music. Whoa, look how crisp it looks. It's very crisp looking. Hey, what happened? It's crispy looking.
The ring has some kind of deep religious significance. They call it Halo. They believe that Halo is some kind of weapon.
What sort of weapon is it?
One with unimaginable power.
Face drop. Oh, there he is. Got that sword, the classic Halo sword. I'm getting amped up to play this now. The campaign that started it all.
Fire Team Charlie, we're on our way.
Evolve for the new generation. Oh, come on. Every time I pause it kicks me out. Trying to be dramatic here. Piece of crap. Quit doing that. Oh yeah, the sticky grenades. And you got that cool ass looking vehicle with a turret on the back. I want to get on that turret.
The Covenant are putting up a real fight. The cartographer must be here.
Rock and roll, rock and roll!
Give them hell, Chief.
Give them hell, boys. Master Chief is back, coming 2026. Hell yeah. Man, I don't know, that's making me kind of want to play the old ones now. I might save it. Save up my... I wanted to play this, so I could play this version. Yeah, that's probably something I'm gonna be playing on stream. If anybody's interested in watching that. These other games look kind of weird. Like cartoony. This is like a raccoon delivering newspapers and packages or something. It's something that's, of course, available for me to play, but I might not be playing it. Harmonium. Looks like a weird one too. Something musical. Witchbrook. I don't know what the hell this is. Let's take a look. Chucklefish makes it. You know what Chucklefish made? Is, what's that game that's like Terraria, but it's in space? I forget the name of it. put a random birthday in there so I can get access to this. Oh yeah, you could see that Chucklefish made it. They still have that little pixelated look. Okay, got a little bit of RPG vibe. Not sure if I'm ready for another RPG right now, but you never know. Maybe later. I like that little scooter. What, you going to see a therapist? Delivering packages? Getting a donut to eat? Running like crazy? What else we got? What's that guy, like a magic wand? Riding a broomstick? I guess that's how they get around. No, I don't know. It's definitely interesting, but I don't think this game is for me. If it looks like something you'd be interested in, there's Witchbrook is coming out soon. Nirvana Noir just looks weird as shit to me. What's this one? Vapor World? Why can't I click on it? I can click on the rest of them. I can't click on this one and this one. Maybe there's no, screenshots or anything for them yet. That looks unique. What else? This is coming soon to the Game Pass. So these are all games I'll be able to play. And some of them I will. They'll be on stream soon. This looks weird, don't want to look at it. Mixtape, nothing but the hits. It's not looking very good. Replaced. Let's look at that one. This is definitely low res. That? Why did it kick it off? It's definitely kind of interesting. It keeps kicking the video off. Oh, maybe that was it. I don't know what to think about this one. Not quite sure. It definitely is very interesting. I guess my internet's kind of gumming up right now. Look how slow that is. That's something that's kind of interesting. Not really too excited for that one. Clockwork Revolution.
This city is a miracle of progress. A finely tuned, delicately balanced machine. But it only takes one rebellious little gear to ruin everything.
Lady in rotten wood. Oh, come on. I hate that I can't pause it.
But it only takes one rebellious little gear to ruin everything.
This is giving me Bioshock vibes. Why is it doing that?
If you alter our past, if you threaten what I have built, there is nowhere in space or time where I will not destroy you.
Now this looks like something I might play. It is giving me heavy Bioshock vibes.
Oh no, what did I do?
Any last words before my friend puts one in your skull?
Oh yeah, this is definitely... That one's definitely got me interested in it. So look out for this one. Clockwork Revolution. There might be a stream of that coming soon. So far, things that I'm gonna be wanting to play. There's gonna be Halo, of course. This one's a maybe. I don't know what this is about, but that looks pretty neat to me. Clockwork Revolution. Fable's another one. Gears is another one. This Super Meat Boy 3D. I saw some gameplay on that one. Also, State of Gate 3D. I played the first one. There might be a stream of the first and second one coming soon. Oh, there's so many games. And these are just the new ones. The new ones coming out. And I'm not even touching on the other ones I want to play, like RoboCop and Indiana Jones. let's check out the trailer for this. People are going crazy over Fable. And let's take a look at why. Let's see what we're missing out on. What am I missing out on? God.
Oh, we're finally doing this, are we? Because I was going to make a sandwich. Okay. Let's do it. What do I think about heroes? Well, we've all seen them, haven't we? Swanning about the place with their disproportionately high cheekbones and comically massive weapons.
Wanker.
Roughing up bandits, because they like to rough up bandits, don't they?
Ah.
Living it up with the common folk every single night. On a day-to-day basis, I'd say the true hero's me, someone who's breaking new ground with fruit, with veg, on the agricultural side of things.
Just look at them.
Not wafting around mythical creatures. And that's what they are. Wafters.
Yeah, well done.
You see, I'm not here to slay.
What's that, a werewolf?
I'm here.
Werewolf looking
to
ass.
vegetable, not a euphemism. Let's face it, the age of heroes is over. This is the age of innovation. This, if you will, is the age of death. One moment.
What
This
the?
is awkward.
Yeah.
What is this? A giant or a little woman?
Oh.
Oh. She's got a little sandwich. A little woman with a little sandwich. Where did she get a tiny sandwich like that? It was like a perfectly made piece of bread. Did she have like a little oven? She cooked a little loaf of bread? That's a bigger question than anything.
Oh, right, Jude. So, you want to know all about heroes, do you? Well, you have come to the right place. Because who better to tell you all about them than perhaps the greatest hero of them all? Yeah? There he is.
Look at that look on his face, that smug look. Very smug. It gives me like that Gaston vibe.
Yeah? There
Look at him. He's like on the best, and you know it.
he is, in all his finery. Cheers.
Retired. Humphrey, retired.
I mean, sure, you get your mega fans,
You are like literally my favourite person.
your haters,
It's like a fan club, but we hate you.
your chancers, and the occasional giant toad, for some reason. But it's more than that. It's about the choices you make.
I'm a hero. I should do what I want. We thought you could save her.
You know, it's your life and death stuff. That's what defines you, doesn't it? Really, stays with you.
This game is definitely, I think, something I'm gonna play.
When she had nowhere else to go.
I'm gonna play this one.
To the most exclusive club in all of Albion. Thought I'd get her out there, make the most of her gift. shortcuts. You know what it's like when you're young and you have a point to prove. I tell you, this kid, she had it all. The skill, the talent, the power. She was something else, all right. She was terrifying. So, yeah, I knew this girl once who made all the wrong choices.
Humphrey. She's back.
Oh shit. Oh shit. That's her, huh? It's like I knew this girl that made all the wrong choices. She's back.
And no one is going to stand in my way.
But that guy. Yeah. I need to play that one. Oh. It's like a giant frog. It looks like a beautiful game. Yeah, that should be something that I play. State of Decay 3, there's nothing really to look at. Here, same thing. Planet Atlanta, that might be something I do. Beast of Reincarnation, I've not heard of that one yet. This looks like a skating game. Resonance? There are Plague Tale games, I think. I'm not quite sure. I haven't played any of them yet. Let's check this one out. Is this a new game or just coming to Xbox title? It's a difference. Some of them are day one, some of them are just games that are coming out. It doesn't matter. Whatever I like, I'll play. What the fuck kind of beast is that? It's huge. Game Freak. This is looking pretty cool. Definitely got some cool monsters in it. Got a nice cool sword. This is looking good. Oh, we got a candle. I love the little bass drops. Okay, so this is a new game. This is gonna be one of the day ones. The day one games. This is probably something I would play. There's a lot of good stuff coming out soon. Expect a lot of good games coming on stream soon. residents of Plagueville. "15 years before Requiem." Yeah, okay, so this is like a precursor to the other games? Even though I haven't played them. This is looking like a very good game graphically so far already. I'm already thinking about putting this on my to-play list just based off of how it looks. Oh yeah. This is looking good. I love the arena style fights and stuff. I wonder if I can fight him there. Oh. Oh, that's fucking badass. I wanna kill him. Yeah, this is most likely something I'm gonna play. It says 2025, so it must be a game of last year. But as soon as it becomes available, I might be playing this. There's some screenshots. Looks like a puzzle. So there's gonna be puzzles in it, if you like puzzles. That'll be something I'll be playing soon. Got a lot of fighting with swords. Some very good looking level designs. Yeah. That's gonna be something I do. Whenever it comes out, I'm not sure, but... Okay, we got the last one right here that we're going to be looking at before we get into actual real news. This is just something like gaming news for me. Checking out stuff we can be going to be playing soon on stream. Little bit of gaming news. Athlon 2060 Earth is uninhabitable. Discovery of the 9th planet. Persephone at the edge of the solar system and humanity's best hope. So they're gonna try to move everyone to that planet? The European Space Agency is dispatching Hope 1 scientific mission, consisting of 2 of their accomplished astronauts. The mission? To survive the planet and determine whether humanity can prosper anew here. Your adventure begins in chaos, as the crash landing of their ship scatters them across the planet, launching them on a desperate quest to find one another. Let's take a look. Definitely interesting story.
Mayday! Hold one to mission control. We're falling.
Oh, I wanted to do that.
Mayday! Mayday! Hold one to mission control. We're falling. Thomas, the ship's breaking apart. There's no time. Evacuate now. Thomas, come in.
Ariane, you sacrificed everything for a new world, to save mankind. And I'll always love you for that.
Don't nod. Get your ass to Mars. What the hell? Why is it doing that? It's cutting the clip in half. Doesn't look like something you fight a lot of people in or find any enemies. You're just kinda trying to get around the planet, get your way to each other is what it said.
Thomas, wherever you are, I'll find you.
I'll find you. I'll find you, bitch. Oh, there must be like an alien or something. Okay. Let's get into the real news now. Let's get into the real news. What do we have here? What do we have here? Let's make this a little bit bigger. Every little bit counts. There. I'm not too big on international stuff either. We're talking about a lot of protesters and stuff in Iran. Who knows what's gonna happen there? Iran crisis. Some personnel at U.S. military base in Qatar are told to leave in response to the regional tensions. Oh shit, it's getting real over there. It's getting real. If I had to think about it for a minute, I would say, based off of the way things are going, there's gonna be some more soon. Bigger war than there already is. Not just there, but in a bunch of places. Things are starting to get hot out there. It's starting to get wild out there. I know a lot of the demonstrators and a lot of the people out there that are just protesting and stuff, demonstrating their abilities to protest, getting shot up and stuff over there. It's horrible. Some personnel been told to leave. Qatar continues to implement all necessary measures to safeguard the security and safety of its citizens and residents as top priority, including actions related to the protection of crucial infrastructure and military facilities. It's just like repeating the same thing over and over again. Blah 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 blah. Parliament. They said, we are exploring all options, and the one you have mentioned is amongst them. What option? Bring in some more war. U.S. attacked boat with aircraft that looked like a civilian plane. Even accepting the Trump administration's claim that there is an armed conflict with suspected drug runners, the laws of war bar perfidy. Perfidy? Oh, that's the first time I've ever heard that word. That's something you don't see in everyday language. The Pentagon uses secret aircraft painted to look like a civilian plane in its first attack on a boat that the Trump administration said was smuggling drugs. Oh, so we're going like undercover. That's cool. What's not cool is killing a lot of people. Killing 11 people in September. According to officials briefed on the matter, the aircraft also carried its munitions inside the fuselage rather than visibly under the wings. Well, they're going full on undercover then. I don't know, that's something that makes people paranoid. What if the planes that are flying over us aren't really planes? They're weapons. The non-military appearance. The non-military appearance is significant, according to legal specialists, because the administration has argued its lethal boat attacks are lawful, not murders, because Trump determined the United States is an armed conflict with drug cartels. So pretty much they're doing what they can. It's getting wild. Getting wild. Are we still trying to seize Greenland? U.S. senators introduced a bill to stop Trump seizing Greenland. The bipartisan bill would bar funding for any move to occupy or annex territory of a NATO member state.
Grønland vil ikke ejes af USA. Grønland vil ikke styres af USA. Grønland vil ikke være en del af USA. Vi vælger det Grønland, vi kender i dag, og som er en del af kongeriget Danmark. Nu står vi med en geopolitisk krise, og hvis vi skal vælge mellem USA og Danmark her og nu, så vælger vi Danmark. Vi vælger NATO. Vi vælger kongeriget Danmark. Vi vælger EU. Grønland vil ikke ejes af USA.
Pretty much, he's saying no. He's pretty much opting for anybody but America. You see what he's saying? He's like, we want UK. We want anybody but America. How's that for kicking the pants? Ain't that a kick in the head? As a fellow once said, ain't that a kick in the head? Bipartisan. The bill authorized by Democrat James Shannon, Republican Lisa Murkowski, blah 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 blah. So Denmark has claims on him, I'm guessing. Got dibs on him. We got some dibs on him. This bill sends a clear message that recent rhetoric around Greenland deeply undermines America's own national security's interests and faces bipartisan opposition in Congress. If such a bill were to pass, it would place restraint on the president acting unilaterally and continuing to threaten our NATO relationship. However, President Trump has made repeated threats against NATO in this term and the last. And we have seen in other instances where President Trump is willing to flout congressional authority when it suits his broader agenda. Trump's threat to take control of Greenland has alarmed Washington's European allies and prompted warnings about the end of NATO. I did read a lot of stuff recently about Trump pulling out of a lot of programs that we were in. I'm not sure if any of them involved NATO. They might. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. And I'm assuming there's a lot of stuff we don't know going on right now. We just hear about a good deal amount of stuff, but not everything. If you think we hear about everything, then you're mistaken. Which is built on the principle that an armed attack against any one of the members is considered an attack against all. I can see that being something that's forbidden, because if we're part of NATO and we send somebody in, if we send ourselves in there to take something against another NATO member or something like that, then it's like, what are you doing? Trump, who claims that control of the vast Arctic territories is crucial to U.S. national security, has brushed aside concerns in splitting the alliance, which has been cornerstone of the Western-led security orders since the end of World War II. Is this the start of a new world order? Is it? Trump has also claimed that China and Russia would take control of Greenland, which is home to a vast reserve of fossil fuels and critical minerals. If the United States doesn't, I don't see that happening, because if they did try it, we're just gonna roll up and be like, fuck you.
2 reasons Donald Trump wants Greenland, and 2 reasons why he might not actually need it. Number 1, security. If Russia ever decides to launch ballistic missiles at the United States, they're going to come over Greenland. Also, as climate change opens up the Arctic, the US and its rivals are competing to control new shipping routes and resources. Donald Trump says that the seas around Greenland are teeming with Russian and Chinese vessels, but there is little evidence for that, and the US already has a missile early warning system on Greenland. Denmark insists that an existing treaty with the US means that the US can boost its military forces here whenever it chooses to do so, and Denmark says it will work with Washington to make sure that all its security needs are met. Number 2, minerals. Now, have you heard of scandium, promethium, thulium? Maybe not, but they are rare earth elements needed in loads of modern tech and thought to be under Greenland in abundance. Now, China controls most of the world's existing supplies, which the United States does not like. But while Greenland has the resources, getting them is often horribly difficult. Most of Greenland is covered in an ice sheet up to 3 kilometers thick. Roads here are a rarity, so extraction is often uneconomically expensive. Plus, many other countries are sitting on their own critical mineral reserves, including the United States.
Okay, well, what I'm thinking here is, if they have those minerals, if they have the minerals and they're not going to get them out of the ground, we need to work with them ourselves and get those minerals out if they're not going to do it. If China has all the minerals of that variety that's so important, we need to get our asses in there and start getting them out of the ground. Because we do not want another country like that to have that kind of dominance in any category over the whole world, you know, because they're likely to hoard it for themselves and not let us have anything. That'll put us at a disadvantage, and that can pretty much give them a monopoly on the whole thing. So, whereas it's not a great idea to take them over, we need to work together and get in there and harvest that stuff. But we do not want them having an advantage. Not like that, anyway. It's a full-on war. What? It's making me pay to look at this. Fuck you, I'm not gonna pay. That Washington Post crap always does that. White House defends President Trump after video shows his reaction to a heckler. White House says that Trump gave appropriate response after heckler confrontation caught on video at a Ford plant. Oh, he flipped them off. Okay, I see. Yeah, that's kinda... He flipped them off. Stop playing crap. President Trump was caught on video appearing to mouth an expletive and make an obscene gesture towards a heckler. He said F you twice and flipped them off. I'm not gonna repeat what he said, but you saw it for yourself on the captions. TMZ reported that the exchange followed a heckler shouting an insult at the president off camera. The outlet described Trump's reaction as flipping the bird while continuing to walk away. A Ford worker who identified himself as the heckler said he was later suspended from his job pending an investigation into the incident. Well, yeah, I mean, you're pretty much hassling the president. What do you think's gonna happen? TJ Sabula, a 40-year-old United Autos worker. Local 600 line workers from factory told Washington Post that he was the person shouting at Trump during the visit and said he has been suspended. As far as calling him out, definitely no regrets whatsoever, he told the outlet, while adding that he is concerned about the future of his job and believes he has been targeted for political retribution for embarrassing Trump in front of his friends. Sabula, who said he identifies as politically independent and has never voted for Trump, told the Washington Post that he supported other Republican candidates in the past. He estimated that he was standing roughly 60 feet away from Trump at the time. He said the president could hear him very, very, very clearly. Trump visited the plant as part of a scheduled appearance focused on U.S. manufacturing and the auto industry when the exchange occurred. During a tour of the factory, and he says here, I don't feel as though fate looks upon you often. When it does, you better be ready to seize the opportunity. And today, I think I did that. So pretty much he seized the day. He had the opportunity to say something and he did. The White House did not specify who was shouting in the video, and Fox News Digital has not yet independently confirmed the identity. They got his ass suspended, that's for sure. Suspended. Supreme Court leans towards backing state restrictions on transgender student athletes. The conservative majority court heard arguments concerning laws in West Virginia and Idaho that bar transgender students from participating in girls' or women's sports. Let's take a look.
Students from court today hearing a pair of landmark cases that could allow states to ban transgender students from playing in girls' sports. Laura Jarrett was following the arguments, and Laura, this decision is obviously going to have a major impact.
Tom, this is one of the biggest cases of the term. The justices now confronting a question they haven't actually answered before on state laws in West Virginia and Idaho that require participation on sports teams to be based on a student's biological sex at birth. That's something that the states argue is needed to make sure that girls aren't being disadvantaged. And the questions from the court today on the conservative side suggesting they are simply unwilling to say that these sports bans now found in more than half of
state law bans on transgender youth in sports. Look at all that. Now, these are states that make sense. I'm all for doing what you want in life. And if you want to be what you want to be, that's cool with me. Be what you want to be. But do not sit there and pretend that people who are born male do not have an advantage in sports against natural born women. Because you do. Men and women, it's obvious. We're built different, okay. We just are. There's some women out there that are really muscular and are great athletes, don't get me wrong. But as far as the average male goes, we are bigger, stronger, maybe not faster. There could be women that are fast as hell, but probably faster too, because men are bigger, therefore we have a bigger stride, more muscle. So I would have to say I'm not positive about that, but I think the males will be faster based on those facts. Anyway, I don't agree with that there should be natural born males in sports against females. It's wrong. That's like saying that these natural born males that are trying to be females can be boxing with females. Let's say for the sake of UFC. Let's take UFC for instance. You're gonna have a woman, right? Natural born woman fighting somebody who is born a man and that wants to be a woman. That would just be wrong. Be like a 6'2" guy fighting a 5', something woman in the octagon. That's just wrong. It's the same thing. I might catch a lot of hate for saying that, but that's just how I believe.
States nationwide violate the Constitution's promise for equal treatment, emphasizing that federal law allows separate sports teams for boys and girls, and that this is an issue best left to the political process, Tom.
All right, Laura, we thank you for that.
See right here, let's get into the story a little bit. The Supreme Court on Tuesday appeared likely to uphold state laws that ban transgender athletes from taking part in girls' and women's school and college sports. The court, which has a 6-3 conservative majority, heard more than 3 hours of oral arguments in separate cases involving 2 trans students. Becky and Lindsay, who challenged state bans in West Virginia and Idaho. So you got people standing up for themselves saying that they want to do this regardless of what they say. Both won lower court junctions that allowed them to continue to compete in sports. During arguments, questions asked by justices indicate the majority appeared reluctant to find the laws violate either the 14th Amendment to the Constitution, which requires that the law apply equally to everyone. key point raised by several justices is that a provision of the title enacted 2 years later, known as the Javits Amendment, specifically allows for sex classifications in sports based on biological sex. Prohibits discrimination. The Javits Amendment constituted a major change. Conservative Justice Neal noted, it says, sports are different. He said, sports are different. They are. Pepper Jackson, a 15-year-old high school sophomore, has taken puberty-blocking medication and estrogen to compete in cross-country and shot put and discus. I don't know. I don't know, man. She's the man, baby. That is up to whoever wants to speak up on it. I don't know. Everyone has their own opinion about that kind of thing. Minnesota ice shooting updates. What we covered here, prosecutors quit. The first assistant U.S. attorney in Minneapolis and at least 5 other lawyers resigned amid White House pressure to focus the probe into an ICE officer's shooting of a mother on her actions and those of people around her. Someone briefed on the matter said, it's like people are getting shook over there, and I don't blame them. That's a bunch of crap to put up with. That's a mess. That's a mess and a half. More feds to Minneapolis. About 1,000 more Customs and Border Protection agents are deploying as tensions flare after Renee Goods killed. Sparked protests nationwide. I saw the clips. I saw the clips. It's a tough one. This is one of those situations where it's a tough call, but the way that the angle of the wheels of the vehicle, she turned her wheels to the right, okay, while she was trying to get away. And it looked like to me that she was just trying to drive off, and the border patrol guy freaked out and leaped out of the way, which is a good thing, because it's good to try to get out of the way of anything like that. But to me anyway, it did not look like she was trying to run him over. And he would not have been run over even if he stood his ground. She cut the wheel and she was taking off. It might have grazed him, but it wouldn't have killed him. And then they shot her. That's my 2 cents. Anyway, I saw 2 different angles of it, and that's what it looks like to me. But everyone's got their own interpretation as to what happened. White House reaction. President Trump defended ICE agents in Minnesota, saying online, "Day of reckoning and retribution is coming." Trump ramped up the enforcement push to target undocumented Somalian immigrants. but like similar actions across the US and just nabbed others without criminal records. That's some hard work right there, getting all the right people. Of course, there's gonna be some cases where, you know, Americans are snatched up or whatever, but it could be worse. If you're American and they tell you to do something, just do it. You're gonna get a chance to prove you're American and be set free. That's what I would do. I wouldn't be fighting. And it'd be a good idea to memorize your social security number and driver's license number. That way you can just pretty much be like, bro, I'm American. Here's my numbers. Look me up. You know? Oh, this is gonna be sad right here. Father-in-law, woman killed by ICE speaks out. Renee Good's former father-in-law, Tim Macklin talks to CNN about the comments surrounding her death.
I want to ask you about this. You know, when you talk about the confusion, and you've been open, obviously, about your support for the president, when you look at the videos of what happened, and I'm sure they're very hard for you, Timmy, to watch if you've even been able to, but the Deputy Attorney General says that the Justice Department doesn't believe that there's evidence to back a criminal investigation, right? And nothing about charges or anything like that, just an investigation into what happened in terms of the ICE agents' actions. But they were, according to the prosecutors resigning today, pressuring them to investigate Renee's actions and Becca, her wife's actions. How do you feel about all that?
Well, you know, I'm not blaming anybody. I mean, it's a hard situation all the way around. It's hard for the, you know, for everybody involved. I mean, the ICE agent, you know, at first I didn't see the footage where, you know, he was actually, you know, he was actually being ran. I mean, I seen the bump of the car hitting his legs. And so,
okay, I see.
you know, in a flash like that, it's hard to say how you would react. From my understanding that he had been through that before, maybe dragged or something. And so, you know, like I said, it's just a hard situation for everybody. You know, Becca, you know, she's a great person as well. I mean, you know, I don't have any enemies. I love everybody, and that's what the Bible tells us: love our neighbors as we love ourselves. But you know, I think there's some bad choices, and the word says, "For the wrath of God will come upon the children of disobedience." And you know, it's I don't blame ICE, I don't blame Rebecca, I don't blame Renee. I just wish that, you know, if we're walking the Spirit of God, I don't think she would have been there. Be dragged or something, and
I don't think I've seen that angle yet. I'm gonna try to slow it down. And that's true what he's saying. It's one of those things that just happens. Being a police officer, and I imagine an ICE agent these days, Border Patrol, any of those kind of jobs that you have, it's gonna be hard. There's gonna be times where you fear for your life. There's gonna be times where people get in your face and talk shit. It's not an easy job. A lot of people die every year. Police officers, suspects, you know, just random people in general. It is a hard thing to do. And if you tried to do that job yourself, you would see for yourself just how hard it is.
He been ran. I mean, I seen the bump of the car hitting his legs, and
yeah, I kind of see from this angle now. It looks like he might have gotten his foot and leg run over.
Seen the bump of the car hitting,
Let's look for some clips. I need to get a better view of this. I'm not sure if this is a good one or not, but we'll see. Yo, that's a pretty nice truck to have a police for Chinook. Oh, they're ice. Okay, this must be the car right here. Is this the guy that's in question? Okay, that didn't show much of anything.
Brand new cell phone video we've just gotten in, showing a very different angle of that deadly Minneapolis ICE shooting. This video was obtained by Alpha News. Apparently, it is actually from the cell phone of the ICE officer who shot Renee.
So he was recording with his phone while it happened?
Good. The video has already been shared on social media by Vice President J.D. Vance and reposted by the White House. I want to warn you, you will hear some expletives in this video. We don't know who says them. And just generally, the video is disturbing.
Oh, is that a dog in the back? Poor dog had to be there to see all this.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Brand new cell phone video.
Damn. That is rough.
Out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Let's see if we get any more angles.
Sensitive video, there's a lot of swearing in it, so the only thing that you will hear are the gunshots. We just want to warn our viewers about what they're about to see. We'll play the video now.
Kill audio. Good. That's on purpose. Because there's all kinds of swearing. Right. Alright, sound down.
And I can just talk a little bit about what you hear since we.
Damn. Some hearts must have dropped while this happened. Going up to the vehicle, you know, to check on them.
Had to block out some of that video. So what you just saw, I think this video will probably play once again, and I can kind of walk you through it. This is the part of the video where you see the aftermath. It appears that red vehicle that was shot at then rams or crashes into a car. So right now the officer is telling the person in that red vehicle to get out. There's lots of people yelling. That car then backs up and then drives past those officers. You heard those shots there, and it appears that person was struck in the head.
Holy shit, in the head? I didn't know that's where they were shot at. That's fucked up. Did you see this guy's reaction right here?
Car then backs up and then drives past those officers.
This guy right here, I think he throws his hands up over his face because he knows what happens.
You heard those
Right there. He's like, oh shit, fuck.
shots there, and it appears that person was struck in the head. Then that car loses control, crashes into that white car that you see there.
And what's important to point out here is that what Secretary Noem just called domestic terrorism is what she describes this event. And what you see on this eyewitness video, it's unclear motive-wise what's happening, but you can see the car turning slightly away from the three agents that are there, not towards them.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, she has the wheel turned like all the way to the right. She was just trying to get away. But he was kind of like right there where it kind of nicked him a little bit. It's a tough situation all around.
I'm not trying to tell you what the person was thinking behind the wheel. I'm telling you what we see in the video.
Right, that car
is trying to flee as an officer's trying to get into the vehicle.
Right, and that's another important point, is that there is an officer that's actively trying to get into that vehicle. Then you see that they are asking the person to get out of the car, get out of the car.
The Honda Pilot's the...
I don't know, man. This is one of those things, like I said a while ago, that if there's an agent of any kind asking you to comply, you should. I mean, if dude's got a gun, he has, you know, the law on his side, I know that I would listen.
Right next to her car, so that would have been close range.
That's just me, though.
And wondering what's going to happen next.
Oh man, that situation in general is fucked up. Big time fucked up. You see, that's the angle that I saw that made me think, what the fuck? Let's do it in slow motion. See the wheel right here is cut to the right. Maybe the officer didn't know the wheel was cut to the right, but I doubt it because you see her while you're talking to her, you know? You see her cut the wheel to the right. Wouldn't you? Looks like between his foot and the tire there should have been maybe about a foot. Almost as much distance as you see right here. Not quite as much. There's a bit of distance though. Yeah, he threw his hands up like, oh shit.
Dramatic video purportedly shows the moment an ICE agent fatally opened fire on a woman in Minneapolis, who DHS says attempted to barrel her...
Oh man, shit. You see that? All that blood all over the airbag. That makes me feel so bad.
SUV into the path of an officer. As multiple angles of the incident have emerged and gone viral across the internet, users are left divided on whether or not the agent's actions were reckless or in self-defense. In the footage, ICE officers order the driver out of the vehicle after she blocked the path of their truck. But as one of the agents attempts to open the door, she quickly throws the car into reverse before trying to speed forward in the direction of another agent in her path. After the vehicle narrowly misses the agent, he fires 3 shots before the car crashes into a white sedan parked nearby on the side of the street. Hundreds of
Yeah, I can see how people get enraged by that clip. Like, even me, it makes me pissed off for a few minutes. But then I realize all the facts, and I realize all the aspects of the situation, and then I calm down a little bit. But yeah, if I didn't know all the things I know, and I didn't do all the research, I would just be pissed off. That's just crazy, though. I've been trying to avoid looking at the clips, so, because that makes me feel so bad. Especially that view of the airbag with the blood on it. Yeah. It's fucked up. I'm gonna look at something else. That shit's... It's fucked up. In Thailand, at least 32 killed after crane collapses on train? Damn. At least 32 people have been killed and 66 others injured after a construction crane fell onto a moving train in northeastern Thailand. The crane derailed the train and crushed some of its carriages, one of which caught fire. A 1-year-old and an 85-year-old are amongst those injured. Oh. With 7 people in critical condition, according to the authorities. Officials say some 171 passengers had been on board the train when the accident occurred around 9 local time. The State Railway of Thailand has launched an investigation into the incident and announced that it's taken legal action against the construction company responsible for the crane. The train had been traveling from Bangkok to northeastern Uban something or other, whatever the fuck, Ratchathini Providence, when the accident occurred, carrying mostly students and workers traveling for school and work in their districts. Man, that sucks. I don't look at the news every day, but every once in a while. Oil prices rise more than 2% after Trump cancels meetings with Iran, tells protesters help is on the way. Crude oil prices rose more than 2% after Trump canceled all meetings with Iranian officials and promised protesters the help is on the way. U.S. crude oil increased from $1.65. No, it increased $1.65 or 2.77% to close at $61.15 per barrel. Trump has repeatedly threatened to intervene if Islamic Republic kills protesters. Iranian patriots, keep protesting. Take over your institutions. Save the names of the killers and abusers, Trump said in a Truth Social post on Tuesday. They will pay a big price, the president said. I have canceled all meetings with Iranian officials until the senseless killing of protesters stop. Help is on the way. Iran is a member of OPEC and a major crude oil producer. The oil market is monitoring with the unrest could lead to disruptions of the supplies. Well, that's not good. Better go fill up your tanks now. You better do it. You better fill up. Just in case. So 2,571 at least are dead from the Iran protests. That's shit. That's a lot. Trump boasts of economic boom.
President Trump lashing out at
Economic boom as voters remain concerned about high prices. Trump claimed inflation was defeated despite it holding steady at 2.7%. President Donald Trump on Tuesday turned his focus to the economy with a speech. The economy. In a speech from Michigan, where he took a victory lap on his administration's policy and teased more proposals to come, including healthcare affordability framework, he said he'll announce later this week. Well, shit, we need some healthcare for sure. Trump's remarks at the Detroit Economic Club, which at times strayed off topic, came as many Americans remain concerned about high prices. A recent poll found 64% of registered voters said the cost of living are a very serious problem in the United States. On the economy overall, nearly half of the voters said that it's going to get worse. And 57% of voters said they disapprove of Trump's handling of the issue. So he's touting the defeat of inflation while it's holding steady. I mean, it may be getting better, but it's far from destroyed. The way things are going, the gas prices are going to go up, and there's going to be more turmoil, and there's a bunch of stuff going on. Trump touted his global tariff policy, which is being challenged before the Supreme Court as having made the country stronger, safer, and richer than ever before, and disputed any costs being passed the American consumer. Well, that's not up to him. That's up to a lot of the companies. And I'm sure some of the companies did raise prices for whatever reason. So you can't say that with absolute certainty. He says that on his part, maybe, that they didn't increase. But the companies ultimately control that, I would imagine. The president also discusses new proposals to ban large institutional investors from buying more single-family homes. That might be a good idea. I mean, a home is a home. Home buyers who intend on living in the homes should be buying that kind of stuff, On healthcare, Trump repeated his preference to pay Americans directly for insurance, as millions of Americans see their premiums skyrocket after enhanced Affordability Care Act tax credits expired this month. Trump said later this week he will announce our healthcare affordability framework, which he said would reduce premiums, lower drug prices, and demand accountability from insurance companies. The president also continued his pressure campaign on Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell to lower interest rates, calling Powell a real step. A real step. If I had the help of the Fed, it would be easier, but that jerk will be gone soon, Trump said. Powell, who was appointed by Trump in 2017 and whose term ends in May, is now facing criminal investigation by the Justice Department. The investigation is related to Powell's testimony last June about the cost overruns and multi-year renovation of the central bank's headquarters in Washington. Powell said he believes the probe is politically motivated. While inflation remains its lowest level since July, it's still higher than the Fed's target of 2%. Okay, so Trump's gonna be unrolling some new healthcare plans or something soon, something to do with their healthcare. And that's something that we all need to look into. I'm kind of interested to see what he does. If he's talking about paying us money, like, what's he gonna do? Cut us all checks or something every month? And we can buy healthcare with it? You already know there's gonna be a lot of people getting out money and just trying to survive and buy like groceries and everything they need. Healthcare is important, but things are tough out there and people are gonna need to have money for gas, food, and day-to-day living. But it is nice to think that we can, if he'll do that, and everybody can get a check, and he'll lower the prices of insurance, make it affordable, that could work, I guess. You know, everybody can just go out and choose the insurance they want and take the money they give us and put that towards the cost of the insurance. It's better than nothing. Because as of right now, healthcare is a scam and a joke. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you go to the doctor, look at the itemization on the healthcare that they do on the bill from the insurance. They itemize everything. I went to a doctor once and he charged the insurance like hundreds and hundreds of dollars for something that he did. And it was barely anything. Like, I had a piece of like, well, I'm not gonna go into specifics, but he barely did anything. And he charged the insurance a lot of money to do that, as if it was a big deal, and it was nothing. The doctors are scams, the insurance are scams. It's a joke, and we are the ones suffering for it, for everyone else's greed. House GOP moves to hold Bill Clinton in contempt of Congress and Epstein probe. Everybody already knows he's a perv. Even Family Guy makes fun of him for being a perv. the Monica Lewinsky scandal, little scandal they had. I think she gave him a blowy or something. And didn't she have like a dress with like jizz stain on it or something? I don't know, it's fucked up. But yeah, he's definitely a perv. And I heard a lot of bad things about his wife too. And they seem to get away with anything and everything. I'm not even gonna read that story. What's the use? It's a bunch of crap about how he's guilty, but he's never gonna get in any trouble. He's one of the untouchables. If you know, you know. U.S. officials say Greenland action could come within weeks or months. Next step on Greenland would come as soon as a few weeks, the U.S. officials tells USA Today in an exclusive interview. President Donald Trump's desire to annex Greenland will not be thwarted, and there could be meaningful U.S. action related to the Arctic island within weeks or months, according to senior administration official. So he's literally promising to pull the trigger on this one, even though Greenland themselves refuse to be part of it. I just played a clip a while ago, and he was all like, no. He's like, we side with Denmark, we side with UN, UK. He's pretty much reaching out and asking anybody to help them, and he does not want to be a part of America. So that's going to be a problem. That's going to cause a bunch of issues internally with the UN. And with things in general, the relations overseas and everything, it's gonna cause a mess. Something's gonna happen, you wait and see. There's definitely gonna be some turmoil. How fast could the U.S. acquire Greenland? Dan's added, things can happen quickly from a transactional standpoint. What do you mean transactional? The dude was all like, no. They side with anyone but us. So are they really gonna sign off on it? I doubt it. But there will be a process to gain trust and support of the Greenlandic people. And this will require time and effort from the U.S. side. Trump's preferred option for acquiring the mineral-rich Arctic islands is to buy it outright or gain control of it throughout diplomatic means. According to his own public comments, White House statement, and people familiar with the range of options actively being considered by administration. My mouth's real dry. So basically he's saying, cut us a deal or we're gonna take it. I don't know what's going on here. Trump says the United States needs Greenland, which is part of the Kingdom of Denmark, to prevent Russia or China from occupying it. And while he has not ruled out using the US military to get it, the possibility remains slim. He said that only those who live in a state of ignorance should be alarmed about the US invasion of Greenland because the United States already controls the security environment. You can't invade when you're already there. Huh? Aside from a direct purchase of Greenland, one idea Trump administration officials had discussed is providing Greenlanders with direct, coercive lump sum payments between $10,000 and $100,000 per person. The hope is that these payments might persuade Greenlanders to accelerate an independence move from Denmark. So we're paying them all? They're like, hey, you want some money? You want some money? Under this model, an independent Greenland had been joined a so-called compact of free association with the United States, where the United States provides exclusive security guarantees to the island in return for making the direct payments. Another idea, also post-independence, could see the United States offer to lease Greenland from Denmark for an extended period. This would be similar to what China did with its Hong Kong territory when it leased it to Britain for 99 years. However, in recent days, Trump has appeared to pour scorn on the proposal, saying countries have to have ownership, and you defend ownership. You do not defend leases, and will have to defend Greenland. Will Denmark agree to let go of Greenland? A Danish official declined to comment on Dan's remark or say what, if any, compromises the Danish government might be willing to make on Greenland. Polls show that while the majority of Greenland's 57,000 inhabitants want to eventually secede from Denmark, the vast majority do not want Greenland to become the 51st United States state. Yeah, that's what I was saying a while ago. I saw that clip and they were like, no, anybody but you. At a news conference in Copenhagen on January 13th, Jens Frederik Nielsen, the Prime Minister of Greenland, said his government's goal is a peaceful dialogue based on collaboration with respect for our constitutional status, international law, and our right to our country and to our self-determination. But Nielsen was sympathetic. Greenland does not want to be owned by the United States. Greenland does not want to be governed by the United States. Greenland does not want to be part of the United States. Pretty much he's saying fuck off. And you saw the clip a while ago. He was like, Denmark, UK, UN, anyone, somebody please, don't let this happen. That's pretty much what he's doing. Denmark provides the strategically located island with an annual $600 million grant for welfare services and public infrastructure, as well as additional funds for security and defense. It's not immediately clear how much Trump would be willing to offer to pay for Greenland in any attempt to buy the territory in direct sale. The United States in 1946 proposed to pay Denmark $100 million in gold to buy Greenland. The sale did not go through, obviously. Blah, 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 blah. Buying Greenland for $5 billion could be a great deal. Newsmax interview said that the United States bought Alaska for $15 million, and it turned out to be a great bargain. Well, we'll see what happens on that front. We'll have to keep out an eye out for what goes on. A burglar kills a man, lives in his home. An 18-year-old dude did that? What the fuck? Was he like just pretty much killing this dude and squatting in his house?
Everything is okay with her.
8:04 is your time right now. A man is in custody this morning, accused of killing another man and then squatting in his home until he was arrested. Phoenix police say on Monday, officers responded to a welfare check at a home here near 51st Avenue in Southern. That's where they found 57-year-old David Jimenez's remains in the backyard. And then they realized someone was living in the home. That person wouldn't come out. Eventually, they arrested this guy, 18-year-old Xavion Johnson, who detectives say admitted to burglarizing the home, shooting and killing Jimenez in the process. And then they also realized this happened all the way back in December. Johnson says he had been living in the home ever since. He now faces a slew of charges, including burglary and murder.
And Phoenix police are...
Yeah, that's fucked up. A suspect was found this week living inside the Phoenix home of a man who allegedly killed during a break-in. The incident began late Monday night when Phoenix police officers checked on a home near 51st Street and Southern Avenues in the Lavine area. Dispatchers were told the neighbors had not seen the resident of the home for several days. Neighbors told police they thought someone was living inside the home due to activity to and from the house. While investigating, officers saw a man dead in the backyard of the home. There's just this there dead in the backyard. He was later identified as 57-year-old David Jimenez. Officers believe someone was still inside the home and set up a barricade. The suspect, 18-year-old, however the hell you pronounce that, Yvonne Johnson, came out of the home and was arrested on scene. During the investigation, Johnson reportedly told detectives that he burglarized the home in December 2025 and shot and killed Jimenez in the process. Johnson also told the police he had been living inside the home since that date of the homicide. Johnson was booked on several charges, including murder, burglary. Detectives do not believe that there is any additional suspects in the crime. That's fucked up. We saw this clip a second ago, where he was all like, no, we don't want America, pretty much, over and over again. We saw this clip already about the trans athletes. Whoa, what the fuck?
After a person was hit by an MBTA bus in south of investigating after a person was hit by an MBTA bus in south of Boston. This happened last night at Dorchester.
Holy shit! Look at the fucking window. He was on a scooter? How fast was this bus going when it hit him? Did he fly into... Holy shit, I think that's blood right there. Look at it. There's blood. Oh, that's fucked up.
Street and Old Colony Ave. You can see that shattered windshield of the bus there. The person's injuries are not life-threatening.
Okay, so he's still alive. That's good. That's good. He's alive. But he fucked up that windshield. I bet he doesn't ride that scooter anymore. Statewide alert issued to find suspect in deadly Georgia shooting. One person is dead following a shooting Tuesday night in Georgia. Now police need your help to find the suspect.
This morning on W.
What the fuck does measles have to do with this story?
Measles making a big return in 2026. Cases nearly doubling in
Let's go with it. Why not?
South Carolina and Georgia reporting its first case of the year. We speak with experts about how to curb the illness. The Jasper County Sheriff's Office taking control of the local detention center. We speak with the sheriff about why and what comes next. And the Chatham County Sheriff has a message for the driver responsible for hitting a teenager and fleeing the scene. His
hit and run.
Warning to the suspect this morning. WJCL 22 Morning News at 6 starts right now. And we do want to get to some breaking news first. A shooting overnight in Savannah. WJCL 22 News' Madeline Cooper. She is live out on the scene this morning with the very latest. Madeline.
Hey, good morning, Emma. I'm here in Carver Village in Savannah, and I spoke with a police officer who did confirm it was a shooting. She could not share any more information.
Hold up. Let me push this. Let me push this and this. There you go.
Information with me, but I want you to take a look at the scene. You're seeing crime tape blocking off Bloom Avenue right next to I-16. SPD is here on scene, as well as forensics. Forensics were out here taking pictures. I did reach out to the PIO, the Public Information Officer, for more information. I did not hear back, but as soon as we get that information, we'll bring it to you both on air and online. WJCL.com. Back to you.
Madeline, thank you. We are tracking some more breaking news this morning on 95 northbound. Hearing reports of a possible fatal crash there, not on 95, right near Highway 21. I know this is glitchy here and frozen, but it is very busy out there this morning. You can.
Oh, you know what I feel like watching now is some of those pile-up videos from YouTube where there's a bunch of wrecks and people are piling up.
You just heard Emma talk about this breaking news with an accident right at the Georgia-South Carolina line. Another view, if we go to traffic track 22 now, this is looking right at the bridge. Also standstill traffic there. You can see there's the South Carolina line. There's the bridge there going into South Carolina. These trucks here, I've been watching them. They have not moved at all with the road closed there. I-95 northbound, mainly right there at Highway 21. They're not letting anyone get onto I-95 northbound at that spot. And of course, this goes all the way up into South Carolina.
Yeah. What other stories you got? Well, I'm not from Georgia, so... Georgia. Turquoise alert issued for a missing 21-year-old Evander woman. Officials say she did not show up for work on Monday. Her phone and vehicle had been located.
Arizona, as we check your Wednesday morning headlines here, I want to take you to the west side of town in Avondale. ABC 15 tracking a turquoise alert for Isabella Comas. The 21-year-old last seen Saturday afternoon driving a red 2011 Hyundai Sonata. Now, we did learn overnight while you were sleeping her vehicle has been found. DPS started issuing turquoise alerts, you'll recall, last year for missing Indigenous people. Anyone with information about Isabella is urged to call Avondale Police.
Well, I hope they find her and I hope she's safe. Officials say that 21-year-old Isabella Comas was last seen on Sunday around 3 p.m. She was reported missing after her friend was not picked up from work by Comas as usual. Officials say she did not... Officials say she did not show up for work on Monday and was not contacted by phone. Her phone was later located through tracking and recovered. I wonder why they're not telling us where the phone was recovered. It's starting to think that they found it like on the side of the road or something. Something's fishy here. She's described as a Hispanic female, 5 foot 3 inches tall, weighing 110 pounds, with brown eyes and pink hair. She was last seen wearing a baggy navy blue shirt, blue pants, and a white line going down the side of them, possibly sandals. She was last seen driving a red 2011 Hyundai Sonata bearing an Arizona license plate, and her vehicle was reportedly located with no sign of her. Something's fishy. Well, it's starting to look like we covered most of the news going on. A lot of stuff about Greenland. What the fuck? Facing contempt threat, Clinton's refused to testify in Epstein inquiry. Oh shit, they're trying to make me pay money and shit. I'm not paying you money for that. That sounds about right though. Damn Clintons. Waco man testifies he negotiated $40 for sex with a homeless woman. Eric Miguel Zapata and his alleged sexual assault victim told wildly varying accounts Tuesday of their October 2023 chance encounter that led to Zapata's arrest. Zapata, 27, a former security guard, is on trial in 19th State District Court on a sexual assault charge, a second-degree felony punishable by up to 20 years in prison. His alleged victim, a 29-year-old homeless heroin addict, testifies that she and a friend were walking on Franklin Avenue near their homeless camp behind a Walmart store when a man later identified as Zapata stopped, asked if she was homeless and hungry, and offered to buy her food. She said she got into the car and Zapata stopped at the H-E-B, that's a grocery store, on Wooded Acres to buy cigarettes, then drove to the nearby parking lot of an abandoned building and sexually assaulted her in the vehicle. After prosecutors rested their case, Zapata, who had testified he had been battling alcohol and sexual addiction, told jurors he had but one thing on his mind, and it wasn't acting as a good Samaritan and offering a woman a meal. Bum bum bum. Perv alert. Gooner alert. Even if what he intended to do was buy some butt off of a homeless woman, that's still a trashy thing to do in my book. Either way, he's no good Nick. He said the subject of food never came up, but he said he wanted oral sex and negotiated a $40 fee with the woman. Zapata said he paid her but stopped her after less than 3 minutes into the sexual act because he wanted to take it up a notch. He said the woman agreed to have intercourse with him for $100 and said that they got out of his car and had sex against the side of an abandoned building on Lake Air Drive. And it's starting to sound like a porn. He said he didn't have $100 with him, so he got in the car, locked her out, and drove off. Wait a minute, he's admitting to doing this? So he's admitting to stiffing the homeless lady? You're a bad dude, mister. You paid her $40 for a blowy, but then you told her you'd give her $100 for some ass, and then you abandoned her, locked her out, and drove off? No. It's all bad. It's kind of raunchy, though. Okay. So he got in the car, locked her out, and drove off. And that angered the woman, he said. And she told him, "You're gonna regret this." Killen told Zapata that his testimony Tuesday was the first time anyone had heard his convenient story about paying for sexual favors. "I wouldn't call it convenient," Zapata said. "I call it my truth." The woman told the jury she had been homeless about a year and was living in a tent in a homeless encampment near Franklin Avenue and New Road. She acknowledged she had been struggling with heroin addiction and has multiple arrests and convictions for thefts. At times, she said she solicited donations at intersections while holding a sign, or would approach people in store parking lots seeking spare change or a few dollars. In October 2023, she and a friend were walking along Franklin Avenue when a man stopped and asked if she was homeless and hungry. He offered to buy her food. She said, but not before her friend took a photo of the man's car and license plate in case something happened to her. That's a very smart thing to do. After Zapata came out of the HEB with cigarettes, she said he started acting weird. His demeanor made her uncomfortable, and she asked him to let her out of the vehicle, she said. Something's not adding up. She's claiming to want to be let out of the vehicle, but at the same time, a little bit after that, she was giving him a blowy. Something's a little off. Zapata parked near an abandoned building on Lake Erie Drive, and the woman said she was gathering her backpack and other belongings in an effort to get away from him. While she was leaning over to get the front floorboard, Zapata came up from behind her, grabbed her around her waist, pulled down her pants, and pushed her head against the front seat console and sexually assaulted her, she told the jury. Okay, so he said that she was agreeing to give him a blowy, and then agreed to sex. And she's saying she never agreed to sex, that she was grabbing her stuff and trying to get out of there, and he pretty much bum rushed her. Literally, her bum. She said she screamed and tried to pull away from him, but he struck her in the back of the head. And when he was done, she tried to regroup, collected her belongings, and ran between the two buildings, she said. She testified Zapata tried to run her down with the SUV before he sped away, sorry. This is kind of like Grand Theft Auto kind of shit right here. That's the stuff that I do on GTA. Not the forcing anybody to do anything, but you get the hookers and you pay them, and whenever you're done, you run them over or whatever, and you get your money back. That's how you get a refund on Grand Theft Auto. She called 911 and later reported the assault to the police, who linked Zapata to the incident through the photo her friend took and with DNA evidence. I remember crying the whole time, she said. It was a very traumatic experience. During cross-examination, Zapata's attorney, Brian Gibson, asked why she is homeless, and the woman said her mother takes care of her two children, and she doesn't want to burden her mother more by further draining her financial resources. She told Gibson she was using heroin twice a day, which cost her about $80 per day. She denied that she talked about exchanging sexual favors for money with Zapata, saying she had never done that despite her impoverished lifestyle. In other prosecution testimony Tuesday, Mickey Dye, sexual assault nurse examiner, testified she examined the woman and the following night and discovered an abrasion on her genitalia consisting with a sexual assault. Dye's testimony about what the woman reported to her was consistent with the woman's courtroom testimony. John and Duran also offered 3 other examples of times Zapata made improper sexual advantage towards women dating back to 2021, including an incident that cost him his security job after a woman accused him of improper restraint in a company vehicle. Holy shit. This dude's a trash bag. The woman told police he asked her for sex, but Zapata testified he was trying to bait the woman into prostitution arrest to make a name for himself with his private security company. Zapata admitted he suffered from substance abuse disorder at the time and blamed his heavy drinking for what he called the poor decisions he was making. He spent a month in rehab in 2024, but said he continued to abuse alcohol while working for a food delivery service. I wonder if that was must have been weird. Drunk driving, delivering grub. I was trying to fill a void, but my recklessness consumed me, he said. He said when he stopped the woman, she was flirtatious and leaned into the open window. He said she got into his car, but there was no mention of buying her a meal. He said she asked him if I like to do drugs, and asked him to drive her to her drug dealer's house after what Zapata described as their negotiated sexual encounter for money. I had a gut feeling like I really shouldn't be doing this, Zapata said. I didn't really feel comfortable driving her to a drug house. I don't have any experience doing that except for buying small amounts of weed. During cross-examination, Killen reminded Zapata that voluntary intoxication is not a valid defense for committing sexual assault or any crime. Attorneys will give juries summations when the trial resumes Wednesday morning. Huh. I wonder if there's a trial going on Law and Order. Not Law and Order, but they do live streams of these kind of things. That must be an awesome one to watch. Let's see here. Waco High School theater teacher placed on administrative leave.
They say those prosecutors left because DOJ leaders were pushing them to intensely investigate the wife of the woman who was shot, while they were reluctant to also investigate the ICE officer involved. What makes this all more complicated is the fact that many of these prosecutors were involved in the original investigation that uncovered massive fraud in Minnesota. Local leaders there have said these resignations are a setback in those fraud investigations.
We'll follow that, Stephen. Shifting gears now, House Republicans say they're starting contempt of Congress proceedings against former President Clinton. Why are lawmakers taking this step?
Well, this all originates in the House Oversight Committee. They're currently conducting an investigation into convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, and other former government officials were called to testify. The Clintons were supposed to do it this week, but they refused to do so. So their attorneys put out a statement and said that the Clintons had, quote, given what little knowledge they possess about Epstein to investigators already. Still, House Republicans say they may be starting these contempt of Congress proceedings as soon as next week. Democrats, on the other hand,
How long is this clip?
said this is all just a political distraction.
And finally, activists say more than 2,500 people have been killed during anti-government protests in Iran. President Trump actually had...
It's not really showing me how long the clip is. says two Waco High School theater teachers were placed on leave while the district investigates reports of serious professional misconduct and negligence. He's limited on what he can share. Huh. It's not really telling us anything. No juicy details. Well, that's all the news that pulled up whenever I searched for it. Looks like that's the news. For today, anyway. Damn, we spent almost 3 hours doing that shit. Time flies. Time flies. Well, I guess that wraps it up. That was the news for today. I might do another one soon. Maybe next week. I don't really see doing this every day. Because the news doesn't really evolve that quickly. It's where a bunch of stuff pops up. Debating on whether or not to watch some YouTube videos. But I think I'm good. That's the news. Thank you for joining me today. And I will see you on the next one. Take it easy. Bye.